folks, I'm Quinn from Snazzy Labs, and this is the video review of the SwitchEasy ECLIPSE case for iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S. Now, SwitchEasy has been going absolutely gangbusters over the last week and a half to 2 weeks, releasing over 7 new cases. So they're doing a lot of stuff. The question and the worry for me was, is this stuff actually good? As you guys know, I reviewed the SwitchEasy card about a week and a half ago and gave it a very negative review, most likely due to the fact that it was a very lousy product. And so I didn't have really high expectations for the SwitchEasy ECLIPSE, especially since it's, other than the SwitchEasy colors, the cheapest case in their line at just $19.99. But I must say, after 3 to 4 days of using it, it's not only the best sub $20 case I've ever used, but probably the best case I've ever used, period. I'm really glad I bought this in order to test it out. It is going to run you $19.99 plus $3 shipping and handling from SwitchEasy.com, or it is available from some retailers like My Gear Store and others. Now, in the case itself, you are, of course, going to get the classic SwitchEasy slogan wherein it says you get everything but the kitchen sink. This is especially nice to see in a $20 case, and you really do get a lot with the purchase of your case. Amongst which is 2 different dock connectors, black or white, depending on the style of your dock. If you do dock your iPhone to an iHome, what have you, this is pretty nice that that's included. Obviously, it fits with the case as the original iPhone 4 will not. So this is cool if you do dock your device because you don't have to pull the case off or you don't have to compromise the capabilities of your dock. They do include these, which is awesome if you use that. I personally am not a dock fan, but if you are, that's great. You're also going to get a little bit of a movie stand. It's kind of goofy. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it does fit with the case. And if you do watch movies, I suppose that's kind of cool. If you're on an airplane or whatever, it's a pretty easy way of taking a little bit of a stand. Last, you're going to get the infamous dock and headphone jack connectors. These are always pretty cool and pretty nice to have the first couple days, but then you end up losing them. They really are pretty small. They are very easy to lose, and so I don't really pretty much ever use them. I don't find the practicality behind them because I am always using the 30-pin dock connector as well as the headphone jack. But if you don't use the headphone jack or you don't often charge your device throughout the day, it's a great way to cover up the ports on your device so that you don't get dust, lint, and extraneous earthly substances in there that you don't want inside your iPhone, possibly voiding your warranty and the rest of the above. So again, not for me, not for most, but it is cool if you do want to have 100% protection for your iPhone. Last, we are going to get the case. I did forget to mention, how dare I, of the 2 SwitchEasy screen shields, as well as the application squeegee and microfiber included as well. You get yourself a little bit of a user manual. You get yourself 2 SwitchEasy screen shields, which really are excellent screen shields. I don't often rock a screen shield, but when I do, it's either going to be a Steinheel or SGP screen shield, a premium screen shield, which costs $15 alone. And if I don't have one of those lying around, I always go to the SwitchEasy stuff because these really are the best included with case screen shields out there. So pretty awesome that you get 2 for a $20 case. The question though with a $20 case obviously is the case itself and whether or not it holds up to the expectations of it being a $20 case, and I'm glad to report it far succeeds and surpasses that. As you can see, this is a 2-tone style case. It comes in a couple different colors: white, black, green, as I have here, blue, and pink. Now, this is always a darker. So on the black is the only opposite. The black is black right here and kind of gray. The white is white right here, kind of gray. This is just a darker green. There's a darker blue and a darker pink. However, this is a hard style backing, and this little corner here is TPU material, which is excellent because it's not silicone-y. It's not going to pick up lint or any of the substances you don't want. It just is a little bit more rubberized than the rest of the case. It has a really unique look. I've gotten lots of questions about it, and you can't see it really here on video, but that actually is translucent, at least on the green model. So I can imagine with the white model and with the green model, your logo, your Apple logo, will kind of shine through there, which is pretty darn neat. Now, let's throw the case onto the iPhone. This is a little bit different than most iPhone cases wherein you put the buttons first. I suppose you could do it this way, but I've always put the right corner in first before pulling over the left. But you just kind of sneak that in there and you can snap it on the bottom, and the case pretty much takes shape instantly. Now, the case has a lot of great features. Again, there is that translucent Apple I was talking about a little bit. You do have access to your camera and your flash. The cutout is a lot larger than it is on a couple of other SwitchEasy cases, including the new Capsule Rebel X, which has had a lot of flash issues. As you can see, there is a black ring around here, so it does act as a diffuser. There is no flash issues whatsoever. I've taken pictures in complete darkness, and it works great, which is awesome. The back here, again, is a hard plastic, and right here you have a little bit of a rubberized material. This works great if you're left-handed because the rubber is all on where your hand is, and if you're right-handed, it works pretty good as well because your fingers are able to grip this a little bit better. Now, there is lay on the table design, and actually quite a lot of it. However, not so much that it gets intrusive. That's one thing I hate about too much lay on the table design is you're typing and you hit a P or an L or the backspace or the send key where it's really close to the edge of the case and your finger rolls off the side of this div, which is very annoying. Happy to report on the Eclipse that there is a lip here. I mean, you're not going to experience any scratching because you are protected from this, especially if you're rocking the screen shield. But at the same time, this isn't going to get in your way while you're typing, which is very, very nice. Other than that, the face is entirely open. You have full access to your home button. And so long as you have a screen shield on, you're pretty much fully covered other than the home button. Moving to the side, we have access to the volume buttons as well as the vibrate switch. As you can see, it's a large cutout, so it works with both iPhone 4 models as well as the new iPhone 4S. Obviously very easily reachable. Nice to see. These buttons remain rather tactile. They are a little bit depressed, especially since the TPU is a tough material, but you do still get haptic feedback pretty well. And you know, when you do use the volume buttons, which isn't very often, those are accessible as well. You have a nice little SwitchEasy logo right here. Down on the bottom, you have access to your microphone and your speakerphone, as well as your 30-pin dock connector. Of course, if you have that little rubber insert, it's going to pop in right there, and if it's flush with the case, making for a very nice bottom design, keeping pretty much everything protected. On the back here, we already kind of talked about this L band near the side, and on the top, you are going to find yourself a sleep-wake button. As you can see, that is divoted. It's depressed, so unlike these buttons right here, the top button is not covered. I actually like this because it remains haptic. There is tactile feedback, and you're not losing any of the feedback resistance from an original button. It's not mushy or anything, and I like that there's that cutout there because your finger kind of slides into place, whereas you don't have to dig it in from directly from the top, which is very annoying. So you just hit it from the side, very accessible, very easy to hit, and all of the above. Now, the headphone jack is really my only complaint with the SwitchEasy Eclipse, and like pretty much every SwitchEasy case, sadly, it is recessed. Even headphone jacks that I thought were pretty darn accessible did not work very well with the Eclipse case. So that is something to note. That it really is my only complaint with the case. It's not thick. It doesn't add hardly any thickness at all. There is excellent lay on the table design, phenomenal protection. I've dropped this 3 times, twice on purpose, once on accident, from pretty great heights, 4 to 5 feet, and it was absolutely protected. No issues whatsoever. I really cannot emphasize how much I like this case, especially considering it's $20. It's certainly the best case from SwitchEasy, which is awesome, considering this is one of the cheapest cases in their line. And really, it just is absolutely brilliant. Don't listen to me if you don't believe me. I'm going to tell you right now, it is the best case I've ever used. iLounge and other websites have given it an A. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, which, as you guys know, is nearly perfect. I almost never give 9s. 8s are pretty rare in and of themselves, and I've only given 1 10 in the history of cases. What do I have to complain that doesn't make this case deserve a 10? The recessed headphone jack. That seriously is it. That's the only problem I have with this case. It's an excellent, excellent case for not only $20, but just an excellent case in general. And I highly recommend that if you're looking for an iPhone 4 or an iPhone 4S case, you check it out. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe, rate, comment, and as always, stay snazzy. See you later, folks. I would say, mother, fetch me but a pail of water for mine thirst. That's what I'd say in 1900. My mom would bring me a cup of just water, and I would literally explode.